All right. Good morning. Happy Friday. What's going on, Optimus? All right. We are just about to dive into the charts today. Gonna keep it kind of short today. Got stuff to do. So I'm gonna be a little bit short today. Uh, that's better. Ah, let's get all stretched out. Whew. So markets are making new lows today, and for whatever reason, it doesn't look like you have data moving into my evaluation. So I'm gonna have to check on that in a second. But markets are making kind of new lows today. We've got can looks like I didn't share my screen. Here we go. Boom. So we recently had the market hit 38. I mean, was that 38.53? So we dropped down pretty substantially over the last like week or so, getting a push here up at the top. We got this like double top thing going on right there. Let's go ahead and throw resistance. Good part is that we did get above the 200 moving average, and we are in a bullish momentum right here. I'm gonna go ahead and join the bid. See if we get filled. Wow, it fell down so fast. So I was actually looking for this as just kind of like pop right off of that, but we didn't get that, and we immediately took a $750 loss right off the bat. Although I do think this is still going to continue to pop up uh, on this bullish move because we already had our view at pullback. Um, let's enter here. I was just looking for 2 ticks. I really wasn't looking for much. But this pulled back way more than I expected it to. These are our first trades of the day. We haven't done any trading before the stream today. So already going to have to kind of pull myself up off that first trade, which was a pretty large loss, honestly. Like right off the bat. Let's switch to C3. I'm getting a little bit of a feel for the market. Oh, sure. We got 18 seconds on this candle. Join the bid here. For a 3-tick bounce. Which is like, we're under like right below the doji. There we go. We got that. All right, down 300 on the day. Kind of volatile. There we go. Nice big rip. Huge rip, honestly. Switch over to 5. And let's jump to, let's see, where do we want to enter? Probably going to get a reasonably sized pullback here. Try and get in here on the dollar. That's actually what I was expecting, but it just wasn't happening fast enough, which is why I entered where I entered. That's okay, because we do have a lot of like push upward. So right in at 38.89. Looking for this to hit 38.90.25. We did get that. Now we're positive on the day, up 375. Want to see what's going on. My trade of 8 doesn't seem to be getting data. What's going on? A 1 hour chart. Let's switch the charts up, see if it changes anything. That's weird. I'll have to send them a message about that. In the meantime, this move is definitely going on here. Let's pop this back down to 2, and we'll join the bid here. Got that one up 525 on the day. Total of 30 contracts so far. In a pullback. Not much of a pullback though. You can see we got this fresh TTM going on there. So because it's that fresh TTM, we probably have a lot of opportunity to be able to take advantage of. But after this pullback, 30 seconds left in this candle. Join the bid right there, looking for a 2-tick bounce. Continue to pull back even further than expected. 1, 2, 3. 5 seconds left on this candle. This looks to me like profit taking. Honestly. A lot of volume in the market. Was really expecting that to kind of just like rip right back up. If y'all chilling, y'all hanging out or anything like that, just go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, all that stuff. All that stuff just helps the channel grow, makes the whole process be much better, much more inspiring, and everything else in between. Gotta cut it. Big loss on that one, but it's my fault. I should have immediately cut it, and honestly, I should have went short, not long. So, like 3 or 4 trades today, doing okay, but could be doing a heck of a lot better. I don't know what's up with that. There's the bounce that we were expecting. So we got this doji down here, kind of at the bottom. We got a fresh cyan switch on the CTM, and then we had this nice big rip up. Unfortunately, I was sending a message, so didn't get to take advantage of that. Wow, do I need to be on like 2 ticks today? Ugh. A lot of selling pressure coming in here, man. New candle. We're not getting like the the intra candle bounces that we normally do. So the whole reason why I even went long here was essentially because we had some push down. So basically, I was going to be like, okay, well, we pushed down, we filled most of this candle. Let's join the bid like right here, and then just have it like kind of pop back up. And that's like a really common way that I normally trade. That is normally very effective, but it doesn't seem to be very effective today. So I'm going to need a new strategy, and I'm going to need it like right now. So I'm going to need to switch up what I'm doing. Because it's just not bouncing the way that it normally does. Essentially, like the candle begins to fill, and then it just kind of holds there, like near the bottom of whatever the candle is. So it's not operating the way that it normally does. Like for example, this is like barely moving at all. When not very long ago we had, like you mean like 5 minutes ago, we had this like massive volatility, 14K, contracts traded right there. So I'm gonna cut this and we're gonna reassess our strategy because this is not working. So we're gonna switch over to like one tick, and we're right now we are going to go short for one tick. Got that one. Gonna switch it back up and grind our way back up because we dug a nice little hole for ourselves. Time left, 5 seconds. One brand new candle. Joining the bid for one pop to the up. Got that one. Could bounce off this 35, might not. We did get a 912 crossover on the downside, right on this candle here. So if I zoom in here, I'm going to just zoom in. Right there. We're like right at it. The 9 is still above the 12, but barely. Sometimes you just got to get in that close, And I'm going to zoom out just a little bit to look at this. Got these like little cat ears things going on here. I don't think it's an official pattern. One short, one tick to the down. Got that one. It looks like it could be taking 2, but I'm not messing with that. I'm just trying to start digging my way back. Gonna bounce off 35 or the 50. Went long there for 2 ticks. So we definitely got some work to work our way back out of the hole. The strategy that I normally use is not working well today. So we're switching that up, having some different strats available. Which is fine because we've got other strategies that we can use, and we use them frequently. So it just gives us the opportunity to be able to actually do something different. So that's okay. It's not a big deal. Pull my screen back up here in just a second. All right, so hey, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Very much so. So let's go ahead and jump back into the charts. We got our Trade of 8 chart thing figured out. Basically, the futures contract for September had expired, and now we need to pick a different futures contract for December. So that's why the chart stopped. So let's go ahead and jump back in, and let's Trade of 8. Let's jump here. So didn't hold up here, and you can see we took a lot of L's through this process here, but that's okay. We'll work our way back. We've worked our way back out of this a lot of times, so I'm not worried. Let's actually bump this up to 3 again and wait for this green candle to finish. And I'm going to actually short off this green candle because I don't think we're going to hit back above view up. Not with that downward momentum. Look for 3 ticks to the down. Got that one. Down 1950 on the day. Taking 78 contracts so far. So we can add our 1950 plus our fees on top of that. So, you know, that's definitely not a good place to be. Switching up to 5. But that's okay. We're, you know, we've worked our way out of much worse places than this, so it's definitely not a big deal. And also, we figured out what the issue was too. So, because normally we trade intra candles, and the intra candle movement is not consolidating the way it normally does. So, you know, we ended up going with a doji at the bottom of that candle. So I don't love that. Going with a plus, going for 5 ticks on this. But because that's the case, because we got that doji, that was exactly what I was talking about. I was about to cut that. I cut that position down quite a bit on the day. That's okay. Like I said, we've come back from much worse than this. So getting this retest the view app. I don't think it's going to break it, though, honestly. Sure. Okay. Got that 5 ticks to the down. Another doji at the bottom. Nope. Continuing to drop, but I don't think it's going to drop that heavy, so I'm going to drop this down to like 1 tick. All right, so we got that trade. Still on 5. I'm going to bump this to 3 because I'm seeing these hammer candles pop in here. And so because these hammer candles are popping in, basically with those hammer candles, that's kind of outlining that support. I appreciate you being here, by the way. Please like and subscribe, ring the bell, and all that type of fun stuff if you haven't already. Okay, so we did actually pop up. We are testing the view app right now. All our indicators are pointing to the downside, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to go down. I actually honestly didn't think that this would break above view app. We are getting a possible crossover. So if we do get that crossover, that'd be a nice fatty move to the upside. Look at that. It's definitely going. Let's find an entry point. This is what I'm talking about. There's like not a lot of pullback today. Like essentially like things kind of just go up and then they go down. And but there's like very little like hesitation or pullback. There's our pullback. That's the pullback we're looking for. Having a like 30 seconds into the candle. I think somebody got the memo that I entered into a position, so that's why I pulled back. Like the timing is off today or something for me. Because like essentially we're getting these like candle fills, and then like it's not like pulling back like as fast as it normally does. And so I'm like, okay, well, it's been like 30, 40 seconds. Doesn't look like we're going to get a pullback. And then it pulls back. And so that's been kind of a challenge right now that I've been dealing with on today's trades. Still holding this position here, looking for a test of that 26 moving average there, the 26 SMA. We are kind of holding support at the 35, so that does give us at least enough confidence to be able to hold on to this trade. There we go, we got it. Okay, I'm gonna bump this down to 2. And how much time we got left in this candle? We don't have any more time in that candle. It's a new candle. Under the bid here. Got 2 ticks to the up on 5 contracts. Getting even more momentum. Not going to push heavy right now because we don't have the crossover. So, and because the trend line of the EMA 35 is actually below the 26. So this really indicates kind of downward move. So I'm not going to actually push this this crossover move here until it actually crosses over. And you can see it's kind of pulling back towards the VWAP. So it's not quite ready yet. So how y'all doing? Are you guys red, green? What's going on with y'all today? So we're gonna have to trade more like we're trading stocks today. Which essentially, like, what that really looks like is that we're not really doing these like intra candle moves like we normally would. So what that really looks like is I'm looking for more patterns and less like and momentum as well. So I'm kind of looking for both. Like you see, like this candle hasn't retraced itself yet. Like there it goes. It finally retraced. Going short, 2 ticks down, and all movement ceased. There we go. So we're working our way back out of that hole. Not that big of a hole by all things compared. I mean, in all honesty, I've come back from like being down like 7,800 before. So really not that big a deal. And honestly, this is only on a couple of trades. We've only been trading for about 25 minutes. Getting another push back up towards retest of the volume and average price. It's really kind of in a period of indecision because you can see the TTM here is sort of like it's within the Bollinger Band range. And then in addition to that too, it's kind of getting these like these yellow reverse candles while at the same time testing that crossover. So there's like, and we're coming up and testing volume and average price over and over again. So we're kind of in a period of indecision right now in the ES. And really kind of that to me makes me feel like a period of indecision in the entire market. Getting red on this candle. There we go. I'm going to take that short. Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me. Like right in between whether or not it's going to trend reverse. All right, we did get that trade. What a frustrating trade, though, right? I mean, like, the moment you enter, it rips right back up. I mean, come on. What a weird day, man. What a really weird day. sitting on your hands, to be honest. Yeah, like honestly, we got green pretty immediately, and like because essentially when the stream started, there was kind of a bullish, like a reverse trend to the upside, and so we traded a bunch of that, and we got green pretty fast, and we were up like I want to say like 825 or something like that, and just had these like big rips down that looked like they were going to essentially just be a pullback, but they weren't. They were trend reversal. I got caught in that trend reversal to the downside. So I don't know that I'm going to trade in my evaluation today. It doesn't look like a great day for it. Like right now, it's like we're like fluctuating in between like yellow and red candles on the CTM, and those are really really big indicators of upward or downward movement. Taking a quick short here, looking just for 2 ticks down, and what's up with this today, dude? Frustrating day to be quite honest. Market doesn't seem to know what it wants to do. Do you want to drop? Do you want to go up? Redfin, I saw, was predicting a crash worse than 2008, particularly in the housing market, since that's Redfin's specialty. But in all honesty, I mean, like, who hasn't been calling for a crash? Who hasn't been? Yeah. Oh, you don't see my charts? Yeah. Only my beautiful head. Why, thank you. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to share my screen for that last trade. Yeah, Redfin, Michael Burry, a bunch of other, like, even Zillow has been calling for a crash and essentially, talking about a crash. If you happen to have seen some of my commentary from like a year ago, back when I was doing like guest spots on like beginner trading, I was talking about a housing market crash sometime around June 2023. And I still kind of stand by that. I still think that by around June 2023 is where we'll see like pretty large housing market crash. And when we do, I think that's going to really kind of tank the overall market, which is fine. Like, I actually think that that's necessary. I know it's not a popular opinion, but it always seems to not be a popular opinion amongst mainly amongst like politicians or people who don't trade markets. Because people who I talk to who trade markets are like, yeah, crashes are normal and they should happen. They're like in favor of it, and they're like, obviously we want to see things do well, but at the same time, if they go down, we make money either way, so it doesn't really matter. And that's kind of that's definitely one perspective that I subscribe to, but also at the same time, like, I also just think that like you can't expect markets to go up forever. And I think that when governments prop up economies, for every instance that they prop up an economy, you're adding one more, like a slightly harsher crash than what you would have gotten if you would have just let the markets play out by themselves. Because the markets will find their own way. They find their own like momentum. And like a lot of times it's like, okay, well, we're just about to, enter into a recession and we'll like have some regular deleveraging, banks and things like that will kind of close their credit based positions. But then like right before that happens, like the government will step in and be like, oh, we need to pump like trillions of dollars and whatnot. And then they do, and then like, we delay the inevitable for a longer period of time. Can y'all see my charts? Okay, good. It does look like this I mean, it's really just sideways. Because like if you measure the TTM, it's like 7.4, 6.7, 6.4, 6.2. Like it's very like it's like it's incrementally reversing at an incredibly low rate. I actually think that we won't get a trend reversal until the 35 crosses above the 26, and we get sort of like that, um, predictor of the trend reversal. So I think it's going to be a while before this reverses trend. In the meantime, it's like 1-2 tick scalps. But when it's sideways like this, it's really hard to trade because like it might like have like just a tiny little bit of momentum for that particular candle, but then like it'll like not move. Like it'll like have like very little movement at all, and then it'll do like some big rip off one candle, and then just do nothing after that. So you're like, oh, big rip, so we got momentum, and then you like join in, then like nothing happens. It doesn't move, or it moves the opposite direction. So I think that like I think you're really smart by sitting on your hands, to be honest. Like if you're not finding much, but it is Friday, and you know how it is, Optimus. Sometimes Friday is just sometimes Friday is a dead day. Sometimes Friday is an insanely volatile day and like a really, really amazing day. Some of my biggest trades have been on Fridays. Like some of my biggest trades ever have been on Fridays. Take a quick long there, looking for 2 ticks to the upside. Got that? All right. I'm taking an actual move on that TTM. Went from 5.7 to 4.6 to get an actual I don't even know what to call them. 1 point. Let's just call it that. We'll call it points. So we got an actual point on the TTM. Still ways from the trend reversal, but we could have a VWAP test here. And actually, I said still a ways from trend reversal line indicator, but it's actually the 35 is just kissing the 26 right now. So trend reversal is not really out of the question. Showing the vid here for looking for 2 ticks to the up. We got that 2 ticks up half a point on the TTM from the last candle, and 20 seconds left in this candle, and does look like we might get that 35 cross for that trend reversal. We're also sitting right next to the VWAP. I'm going to put this at 5. That was actually the move that I wanted right there. Let's see if we can find an entry maybe off this 200 moving average, which is right where. Okay, so we got the 35 cross. TTM's almost filled up. Turn to the bid here. Looking for a 5 tick move to the upside. The 9's still not above the 12, so that's our biggest indicator of momentum move to the up. That's by far our most important one to the upside. This one's great for identifying trend reversals. And the 50 and the 200 are great for identifying support and resistance levels. So the 50 actually crossed below the 200 for like a second, and then crossed right back above it. So that's good for upside momentum. And current TTM went from 2.3 to now 1.5. This is looking good for a trend reversal. We've got all the indicators for trend reversal now. So now we're just looking for a potential rip off of this, like up through this VWAP. Gonna go for something bold here at 12 ticks. Now, what we're waiting for here is not that rejection of the VWAP, but what we're actually waiting for here is this yellow one, this yellow indicator, the 9 EMA, to cross above the cyan indicator here, the 12 EMA. So the 9 EMA and the 12 EMA. 9 above the 12 gives us that bullish move. And the other one is the cyan one, the 12 EMA, to cross above this 26 simple moving average. That's SMA. So this move here is like full on. That's like the real confirmation. 9 is kissing the 12. Looking pretty solid for that move that we are describing. Will it happen? We don't know. We don't know until we have that confirmation. But we can estimate. We can even take a position ahead of time if we wanted to. But to me, that's often sketch because because fake outs are a real thing. So we don't want to take a position before we have confirmation. Let me put it that way. Even though taking the position before confirmation and having it run up into what we thought and being correct would be our biggest move, we don't want to do it before the confirmation because fake outs are a real thing and they happen pretty often in futures market when it comes to trend reversals. So we don't want to take that position ahead of time. You can actually see it may have been a fake out because we came up, we tested this VWAP, and we're like right here, right on that line to actually do that crossover, and it failed. So, and now TTM's turned to red. So that's why we didn't take that position. Honestly thought that if the crossover did happen, we would have got that nice rip. But we didn't. We got a fake out. And let's check the 5-minute chart because I really want to see where we're at with TTM in regards to everything on 5. On the 5, we're on a cooling period on the TTM. So we're still cooling down off of it. And we got a ways to go there. Whoops. I didn't mean to put Action Trader up. Wow. So really, like, I could have actually, if I had checked the 5-minute, I could have prevented these losses by just simply seeing that this is running into resistance of the 200 moving average. Now we're actually breaking kind of below that support line. Maybe not. We're like right there. Jumping back to the 1-minute chart. Do we hold support here or not? Remember, support is not a hard support. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? Been a while since I've seen you, chat. Adam, it's been a while since I've seen you. Wait. So we were down 3,300. If we worked our way back, now we're down about 1,400, somewhere around there. Our peak positive of the day was 825 up. Small red day. Sorry to hear that, man. But at least it's small. Good job keeping your losses small. That's really important. I've been taking bigger and bigger swings on futures, man, since I last saw you. I think it's been like, I don't know, a little over a week since I saw you last. And yeah, we've been taking like much larger contract positions. I was doing some math, and on Elite Trader Funding, let me just jump over to it. On Elite Trader Funding, I was doing some math, and like the 50K eval. So I was really like thinking to myself, I'm like, man, like, okay, so which one of these is actually the best deal, right? Because they're all a little different. And the 50K evaluation, in my opinion, like, it's incredibly competitive because there's a lot of other I'm not going to name their names, but there's a lot of other prop trading firms that also have a 50K valuation for this same price before discounts. So, and by the way, when you use my discount code JSBEST, you'll actually get 25% off for life. But what I was looking at here is that this one has a max position of 8 contracts on the ES 80 micros. And I was looking at all their max positions, right? And how much it is relative to hitting the profit target. And so my thought process was this. Okay, so if you take 8 contracts and you multiply it by how much you get paid per tick on the ES, that's $12.50. So each tick is worth $100. Okay, now 5 ticks is a very common, easy to achieve trade for just about anybody who is trading futures. Okay, so we multiply this by 5. It gives us $500 a trade. Now, if you look at our profit target, it's only $300 or $3,000. That means we only need to take 6 trades before fees. So it's actually more like 7 in order to hit that profit target. Okay, so and if we divide that by the profit target, that means each 5 tick trade is worth almost 17% of your profit target. Now, when you break that down and you look at some of the other ones, this one has a max position of 3, profit target of 1,500. This one with a max position of 10, but the profit target is 4,500. And you break it down by all those same percentages using those same, like that 5 tick trade at the maximum contracts. By far, the 50K evaluation comes out on top because 50K eval, one 5 tick trade at max contract position is worth 17% of your profit target, whereas a lot of the other ones, like the one that I'm currently doing, it's worth like 6%. So I got to do like 20 trades here almost in order to hit that profit target. And the same with like this one, I think it was worth like 8 or 9%. I don't remember off the top of my head. But I thought to myself, man, like that 50K eval, like this is by far one of the best values out there as a result of just like doing the math on that type of stuff. So yeah, it's if you guys want to check out Elite Trader Funding, utilize the funding source that I'm using in order to earn funding at a prop firm in the futures trading market. Elite Trader Funding is super dope. You can use my link in the description and use promo code JSBEST in order to get 25% off for life on that one. Let's jump back into the charts for a few more minutes. And okay, so we got another test of that VWAP. This TTM did play out, and now we're getting that cyan switch. This is looking better than our initial test up here. We do have a possible crossover, but what I'm more interested in is this 9 just crossed above the 12. So let's find a let's take our entry point right there. We're looking for 12 ticks. This is a swing. Almost got it. We hit 10. There we go. We got that 12 ticks. Huge trade on that one. Very awesome. Went from being down 1,400 to now being down 662. So we made like $1,200 on that trade. Is that even correct? Did I do that math properly? Let's find out. So each tick was worth $6,250, and we made $750 on that one. That's what we made. Oh yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, now I'm gonna bump this off of 12, and we're gonna do like 5, which again, like I said, is like my normal trade zone. Join the bid here. We are getting this trend reversal. This is looking solid for a move to the upside. All right, so we got that. Moving up. Join the bid here on the evaluation. Fuck.
Order filled.
Oh, my apologies. Did not mean to swear. Took a loss in the eval. That's the only loss we're going to take today on that. Didn't expect for that pullback to happen so quickly. And honestly, like, really, I was looking for like a bounce off this. So that's okay. My apologies about swearing. I try not to. Looking for 2 ticks to the up on this one. Okay, so we got that 2 tick to the upside. GTM is not stacking as fast as I'd want it to. Which doesn't give me a ton of confidence in this this VWAP push. I still think we're gonna get it. Because like just even looking at the chart pattern, you can see this ABCD pattern right here. But you can see like we ran into resistance right here. Right there. And it looks like we may continue to run into resistance right there. Which makes sense. Like right at 3380. Or 3880, I mean. Down $225 on the day. We were down $3,330 though, so that's a pretty good comeback. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Boom. I appreciate that. Okay. Trend reversal did not hold. VWAP did not hold. Gonna go for, let's put this down at 2. Might go for a short off this potentially. How much time though left in the candle? 10 seconds. I don't want to take a trade. I try not to take a trade if there's like 15 seconds or less in the candle. I typically try not to take a trade. Cutting that one. Nine is still above 12. So So weird day today. So all right, y'all. I hope everyone did pretty well today. Um, I'm gonna probably go ahead and shut it down there. I need to get some food in me, and but before I go, make sure you guys subscribe to the email newsletter. It's the very first link up in the description. Join that, and you'll get updates from me that I don't share anywhere else. And sometimes you'll even get discount codes that are not normal. Like we were doing 75% off of Elite Trader funding during Labor Day weekend. It was an absolutely insane deal. Some people picked up the 50K account for $40. So it's just nuts. Um, hey, Adam, I hope you enjoy your weekend too. But yeah, guys, check out all the links in the description. Also, too, if you want to get 6 free stocks and you like trading options, crypto, or stocks, check out Webull. You'll get 6 free stocks when you sign up. It's the very last link in the description, I believe. Hey, I'm really grateful that you learned a lot. I also hope you enjoy your weekend as well. I will be here every Monday through Friday from 7:30 Pacific to that's 10:30 Eastern to usually about 8:30. We usually trade for about an hour. Sometimes trade longer, but it's usually about an hour. So, yeah, I love and appreciate you guys. And all right, Optimus, we will see you on Monday. Peace.